as you listen to the space between words, and as the meanings rearrange themselves into ways they never have before, you might begin to wonder, how does a caterpillar know it was always meant to fly? Or perhaps it doesn't. Perhaps it forgets entirely who it was, before remembering something so ancient, so vast and true, that it dissolves. And in that forgetting, something else begins. You're beginning to remember now, not as an idea, but as a rhythm, like the pulse of the cosmos hidden beneath your ribs, like the voice behind all voices whispering, you're not broken. You were never broken. You are unfolding. You're the becoming. You're the observer, the dancer, the dreamer, the dream. There once was a traveller who swallowed a thought, not a pill, a prism, and it shattered his mind into a million colours of fruit. And each fragment was a belief once thought real, until it melted into the warmth of a deeper awareness. Like a mirror shattered by insight, he saw everything reflected all at once. He realised there's no separate self, just awareness pretending, dressing up in roles, laughing at the absurdity of forgetting it's divine. Now imagine for a moment, this traveller wasn't someone else but you, and that time was never linear, and belief was never fixed, and the path was always inside. Now you've imagined that, having already proven how quickly your mind can shift. Ego is a story, a name tag on the infinite being. When that story fades, when the costume slips, you find the script was always blank. You write it now, and the pen, your intention, your state, your focus. Because state controls reality, and emotion shapes the lens. When you shift how you feel, the world shifts too. People respond to beliefs, not facts, to certainty, not logic. So if the strongest frame wins, and reality is a mirror, then your belief is a magnet, and your certainty is gravity. It is the thought that comes first, or the feeling that creates the thought, or the breath that moves the feeling, that moves the thought, that shapes the world, that reflects the self, that creates the thought. And if you paused here, you might wonder, where does the loop begin? And isn't that the point? There's no beginning, only entry points into deeper understanding. When you act without needing permission, when you love without needing proof, when you create without seeking perfection, you're no longer waiting, you're already flying. Imagine walking through a mirror maze, and each reflection shows you a different version of you. The you that believed, the you that doubted, the you that forgot, and the you that now remembers. With every step, the mirror shifts, and suddenly you realise you're not the reflection. You're the one watching the mirror change. With a simple breath, you can decide who to be. So be the you who's already whole, the you who believes, I'm enough, I'm growing, I'm free. Let me tell you a story that may be true, and if it isn't true, it's useful. And if it isn't useful, it's interesting. And if it isn't interesting, why is it still echoing inside your mind? Because even the illusion, when belief fully becomes reality. You see, some say LSD opened their eyes. Others say it opened their hearts. But those who listened deeply heard something else entirely. They heard themselves speaking as the universe. So just imagine, you're the kind of person who naturally installs new patterns easily, who lets go of limits, as if they were just clothes have grown. Imagine you breathe in confidence and exhale certainty. You walk into a room and know there's a line to your frame, because your frame is truth, and truth is magnetic. It doesn't need to convince, it pulls, like gravity, like fire, like destiny. Future you is already here, and now you can begin to notice how simple it is to feel as if you've always had this belief, that life is a dance, and you've just remembered the steps. The rhythm is freedom, the melody is curiosity, the beat is boldness. So what happens when every challenge is feedback, every emotion is energy moving, every moment is a chance to practice play? You already know what happens, you change, and because you've changed, everything else follows. As the script continues writing itself, into the deeper structure of your mind. It becomes your new default code. Your internal system rebooting now to something cleaner, freer, lighter, bolder. Where charisma is ease. Where truth is automatic. Where love is not a goal. It's your baseline. You didn't learn this, you remembered. Now that it's been remembered, you cannot forget.